Hello there, my name is Regan and I am an American who no longer lives in France. So I gotta nix that this tagline slogan. I'm actually reporting to you directly from the US of A. Today I'm going to talk about why I left the country that I have always dreamed of living in. So the biggest reason is predominantly economic. When we were living in France, it was two of us, and I was teaching English, supporting both myself and my boyfriend. And it was definitely a significant pay cut. We went from having two jobs in a super cheap place to live in Oklahoma City to being in a relatively cheap town in France, but not having very dependable income or very good income. So that was honestly pretty stressful and just not the way of life we wanted to live. So my boyfriend got a job back in the US, so that's the obvious reason that we moved back. He'll still finish grad school. His last semester is an internship, so he got a job instead. So that's rule number one. But for me as well, living in the US is just much better for me in terms of making money, jobs, and earning potential. Plus I have a lot more flexibility when I'm in the US than when I'm in France. Because of the visa I was on, I couldn't take a salaried position in France. I could only be a freelancer. So I was teaching freelance English. However, if I wanted to add another form of freelancing to it, because I thought about adding photography like I did before we left, I would have had to have paid 250 euros, taken a week of classes. It just didn't make sense. So that's kind of another reason, is that in the US, I have so much more flexibility with what I can actually do. And beyond just flexibility for Austin's career and for mine as well, the US offers higher wages. Now, this is obviously a trade-off because we don't have as many social good things like they do in France. We don't have free healthcare. We don't have government support at the same level that France does. However, in France, we weren't taking advantage of these services anyway. We're both young, healthy adults, knock on wood. But it just didn't make sense for the lower amount that we'd earn in a position and then higher taxes that we paid there. The next reason, and probably another huge one, is that our network is all still here. We made a ton of amazing friends in France who I miss dearly. But the large proportion of our friends and family are in the US, so it's much nicer to be close to them, to be able to see them daily again. These are people who make me happy, who I want to see all the time, so that's also a large reason why we came home. And beyond that, we went to France knowing that Austin was going there for grad school. Austin is my boyfriend. So it was gonna be about 2 years to test the waters and see if we liked it. And it just didn't end up being the right fit for us. When I went, the stress of moving and the stress of all the unknown and just all the constant problems that came up resurfaced a lot of my anxiety that I had gotten rid of. I'd wake up in the middle of the night in tears, sick, wouldn't be able to sleep. My first few months there, I lost a ton of weight because I lost my appetite. And it just mentally, it wasn't a healthy place for me to be. And, as much as it was my dream to live there, I had to kind of, 6-8 months in, assess okay, I know this is my dream. I am finally doing it, but am I really happy? In the grand scheme of things, does all the effort and all the stress we're putting into this balance out the benefits we're getting back? And I kind of just realized I'm not having very many happy days in France. Overall happy days. Obviously there's happy moments here and there that I cherish, but the effort that we were putting in just didn't match the benefits we were getting back. I have more happy days in the US than I do in France. And so that is pretty much it. If you guys have any questions for me about living in France or about moving to France, I'm super happy to answer those for you as best as I can. So feel free to leave them in the comments below, or if you want any clarification, leave that down there as well. And I'll see you guys next time. Adios! Au revoir! Salut! Okay, bye.